Hi, everybody. How are you doing on this beautiful Thursday? Well, I think we're going to have a Thor Thursday because we've got some major messages coming out, and we're getting ready to go into a lot of chaotic things. My husband's even starting to remember his dreams now. So we're going to be starting to get a lot of downloads from dreams, a lot of that gut feeling, kind of a premonition thing. Listen to it because right now there's so many downloads and messages coming through and people don't realize what they're going to be going through. And it's going to be confusing. So let's get into these uh, messages because we had some really good messages come out that I think will give us a direction. Most of these messages are giving us kind of a direction on how we need to perceive things and how we need to think about things and what we're going through and what we're going to go through. So we got the Two of Water. I'm not looking at this as a relationship between a man and a woman. I'm looking at this as a move beyond infatuation and physical attraction to one that is built upon a foundation, uh, a deeper mutual love, respect, trust, and shared interest and values. I feel that that is the world. I feel that that is these messages aren't basically a how do I want to say it? Like a personal message. I mean, they are, but they're not. These are more of a learning, like what we're going to be going through, what we're going to be experiencing, what we need to think about, and what we're going to, because that's what we really need to grasp right now. We need to learn some things because the meeting of the minds and hearts is the big thing of this card. That is what this card is. Put aside judgment and blame. Cherish all your loves and maintain independence and avoid codependency. Avoid taking sides. So the Two of Water, it's moved beyond physical attraction to one that is built upon a foundation of deeper mutual love, respect, trust, share, interest, and values. Yeah, that's where we're going through and we're going to get there. But we're not there yet. So this card is kind of telling us that we need to look deeper. It's a relationship that is a unification of hearts and minds, not with the purpose of becoming whole or to become complete each other, but with the intent to share, to enrich, and to enhance each other's lives. And that's what we want to do. When we talk about we want to make our Garden of Eden, we want to enhance each other's lives. We want to work together. We want to become, our hearts combined with the same feeling and the same love that we want. We all want that. And we all have to learn that because we've all been through a lot of traumatic experiences, and some of us don't know how to do that. Some of us aren't ready yet, but we will be. This is a time of giving, sharing, and communication. A relationship is found on intimacy to share through thoughts, feelings, goals, and fears with the one you love is to be intimate, to hold them, to listen and show interest. It also represents a time of forgiveness and reconciliation. And that's a lot of it too. When you walk through the dark night of the soul, and we have been talking about the dark night of the soul, you have to forgive. You have to go on. It's not like I'm going to forgive and I'm going to go hang around this person that hurt me. No, you're going to forgive and you're going to release them from their contract because we all have a contract with each other. If we come into each other's field and if we are entwined in some way in life, we had a contract with each other in some other dimension, in some other life, but we were going to get together for something. We don't know what until we get together, but we'll figure it out. If a rift has developed between lovers or friends, now is the time to let go of the hurt and anger. Put aside judgment and blame. Do not allow arrogance, wounded pride, or ego to destroy a relationship. Where you can take responsibility for your own choices and reactions within the relationship and be mindful of how they have impacted and influenced the relationship. The Two of Water invites you to communicate, to forgive, or apologize now. That is what we just talked about yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. We need to forgive, we need to walk away, and That's kind of a card that really needs to be thought of because it's easier said than done to do that. I know it is very hard to have somebody hurt you and then walk away. Now we had so many tarot pop out. I mean, literally, I wrote them down so I'd make sure that I organized them in the proper way that they came out because that is the way we need to read them. So the next card that came out was the Seven of Cups, which is possibilities, which is that what it clarifies what the card we just read. Now, the Seven of Cups, rather than rush towards one option and stand back a while, wait to see what manifests. There are many choices available to you now, but which do you focus on? At the point, there are few facts to help you decide, only a raft of impressions. Danger lies in falling for a fantasy, as you have no sense yet of what is real and what you're idolizing. Because it fires your imagination in creative projects, you may be awash with ideas. An additional meaning is dreams and visions. Yeah, we're all getting those dreams and visions. And I think this card is saying, don't rush in. We've all talked about stop for a minute and observe. Think about what you're doing and what you're going to say, because that's very important right now. We want to keep everything in balance. Because the other card, which I thought was really interesting, we had the Two of Water, which is kind of like the Lovers, but it's basically the forgiveness card. It's the coming together like minds and hearts. We also got the Two of Fire, and this aligns yourself with another powerful sharing situation. The Two of Fire represents partnership and aligning yourself with another who shares your goals and visions in order to make an idea a reality. It symbolizes a power sharing situation where people with mutual interests work together because together they have more chance of success in achieving their ambitions than they would have if they worked alone. Two of Fire represents teamwork and working together. What are we doing? And harmonizing. That's basically what we're doing. Yeah, when you harmonize with everything and your surroundings, I mean, and do teamwork and work together, that's what brings the Garden of Eden. That's what brings the life that we all want. The sharing, the equal strengths, the creating a stronger unity as a whole. That's what we're doing right now. And these cups are these cards are basically telling us that. Those are great messages. Because the next one we got was oh boy, we got so many tarot. I couldn't believe how many. They just kept flying out, so I just kept keeping them. You know me, I'm going to keep whatever flies out. We got the Six of Cups and we got reflection. We've been talking about reflection. That one thing is said, look up and the reflection down. And I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was in one of those teachings. Be carefree, enjoy the company of those who make you laugh. You gather together with friends and family to celebrate. So the three, oh, this is the six. Maybe I should have read the three, I guess, because basically that's what we're doing. We're coming together. And when it's all over with, we're all going to celebrate together. We're all probably going to, the meeting of the minds and the hearts and the creation. And that's where we're going. So we got the Six of Cups, and I was reading Three of Cups. The past comes to life as someone from your past returns. This may be an old friend or an old flame. Equally, you may find other ways to slip back into the safe haven of your former years through reminiscing over old times, enjoying the company of children, creativity, and play, or returning to a favorite childhood place. In relationships, you find a sense of peace, security, and comfort. Enjoy reconnecting with the happiest aspects of your past, which energizes, entertains, and inspires you for the future. Friendship, visitors, happiness, comfort, childhood memories, protection, and play. Sure, we're going to meet a lot of people that we remember from our past in another life. We think, when we read that card, we think, oh, I wonder who I knew in school. It could be someone that you knew in another dimension, in a past life. And I feel that that's going to happen. I think a lot of us need to listen to our dreams and our premonitions. And say you're going through the day and you start thinking of someone that passed or someone that you haven't heard of for, in a long time. And all of a sudden you hear a name or you hear something, somebody you don't know. It could be somebody from your past life or a past, another other dimension trying to connect with you again, because they are all part of you. Now, we only got 3 of the Oracle cards today, the Dreams of Gaia Oracle, the emotions. We got the emotions. And the emotion card is the 3rd of the 8 influence cards and represents the influence that our feelings and emotions have upon our choices and decisions. The positive feeling and emotions that have the most influence upon us are love, joy, gratitude, peace, or serenity, hopefulness, inspiration, amusement, pride, awe, and curiosity. We also feel a range of negative emotions, with the primary example being fear, anger, disgust, jealousy, sadness, regret, loss, and hate. The key message of the emotion card is that feelings and emotions are neither good nor bad. All are necessary, and each and every emotion we experience has both the positive and negative element to its nature. Now, this is interesting because yesterday we had the positive and negative that we talked about, the polarity. And today we have this. And I really think that source, the messages that I'm getting are preparing us emotionally. We have to know that we have like-minded people like us. We feel outside sometimes because we live in the 3D world and people are dumbed down. And it's not their fault. It's not because, they weren't properly educated. They were dumbed down and indoctrinated by a corrupt system. So we are coming together and we're joining. That's the fire. We're all getting together and we're comparing notes. And we're feeling like we're alive again because we're finding our companions, our soulmates, our friends from the past. We're remembering. And that's the possibility, and that's the reflection we have to look. And this card is saying that we got to be prepared for these emotional roller coasters in our life, the ups and downs. We have to learn how to walk away from the triggers and work on the triggers and think about the triggers and marinate them. As a friend said, she's going to marinate forever, but just marinate for a little while. You don't want to marinate forever because that's too long. That's just procrastinating. But you want to marinate and marinate it for a little while, maybe 24 hours, and then really think about what you're doing. Because we can't overreact right now. There's so much going on and there's so much going to go on. It's going to get worse before it gets better. When you hold a simple unmarked magnet in your hand and look at it, can you tell the difference between the negative? Yeah, they use the polar opposite in this one too. That's exactly, I'm not even going to read anymore. That's exactly what we have to be careful with. We have opposites and negatives, and we have to be careful with our emotions. She's got the balance. She's got everything balanced in this card. But right here, if you see her, she's emotional. She can't take anymore. Her emotions have got the best of her. She didn't do this. She didn't stand back and balance herself and feel the light and get and calm down. This one didn't. She's just emotionally done. She's just, I've had enough. This one is like ready to sing, just perfect. So yeah, that emotion card is a perfect thing that we have to really think about right now, because the emotions are just going to be crazy, crazy. Now, on the emotion card, we got the 8 of Pentacles, which is achievement. And you have the ability to earn more and learn more. Whenever you focus your energy, success will follow. Sure. Yeah, as long as you watch what you're doing. Don't be a perfectionist. Sometimes it's good to be that. Who knows? The small details can be important. So yeah, if you are a perfectionist, be a perfectionist, because it might need detail. There is detail in everything. So I think it's telling us kind of to look at the details too. So the next one that come out after that was the King of Wands. And it's explore your passion and look to unconventional people and new places. The king is an action man, which makes him an engaging companion and an inspiration leader. Self-motivated, he is an entrepreneur, dynamic, and open-minded. You will know what he is thinking as his feelings always show. Travel may be important to him, and he is connected to many people with backgrounds different from his own. As the You card in a reading, the king indicates that you should expect to find particular solutions to problems and also see your network of friends and professionals contact grow. Sure, that's what's going to happen. Our friends are going to grow, our companions are going to grow, our like mind and our hearts are going to come together. When that happens, amazing things can happen. Now, the next card that we got was the sun, if I can find it. Where are you? There you are. You're behind illusion. Ah. Okay, we got the sun card, and that's the happiness card, and that's where we're going to. When all this chaos and this turmoil is over, we are going to be celebrated and we are going to be happy. So right now, we have to take in, we have to appreciate and deserve the success. This is a special time for rest and recuperation. Enjoy feeling safe and appreciate the harmony that is around you. Sure. Growth, children, joy, protection, holiday, success, contentment. We have to be careful not to let our minds get overworked. We have to level out and do a little bit of happiness in the chaotic, because it's going to get chaotic, but it's if we stay in our own lane and stay out of it, we should be good to go. Because the next card we got was the High Priestess, and we've been getting her, and that's the intuition card. Keep your thoughts and feelings to yourself just now and respect others' secrets as well as your own. Take time to concentrate on your spiritual interests and listen to the intuition. The right teacher will appear when you are ready for the lesson. Exactly. We're all learning the lesson. It's all, I mean, because the card that came out after that is change. We've been getting the Eight of Cups a lot. Follow your heart and go forward. I'm not going to read the whole things because we've been getting these cards. Thoth and the teachings of the Emerald Tablet have been coming out like you wouldn't believe, because it's showing us what we need. And this was the next card we got. Let me make sure. Yeah. The Balance. Yeah. The Justice card. Take practical approach. If you need to make a decision, go with what is realistic rather than idealistic. We need to balance ourselves out. We need to look into everything. We need to make sure don't get involved in too much stuff right now. There's too many things going on in this world, and it's going to change. It's not going to stay like we think it is, because then we got the Moon, the illusion. And we have to remember the illusions that are out there right now. To seals looking at the moon, the illusion of the water, and the lobster in the background. They don't even notice. So look over here and not over here. And that's what we really need to think about. Because the last card, did we get? I thought there was one more. No. Yeah. The World, regeneration. Celebrate what you have achieved and embrace new opportunities. You will be full of energy and motivation. The world is your oyster. Sure, that's where we're going. I mean, all of it. Yeah, we've been in massive chaos for years. I mean, we have been in a digital AI, illusional, indoctrinating world that we've been caught up in. But guess what? The truth is coming out. And it's coming out big time. Now, I told everybody the other day that I was told to keep some cards out, that they are learning tools, and to just read the message. The rest of the cards that I pulled are today's message with those. So I am going to read them as they came out and as I kept them. And we're only going to read the message. If you want to find out the meaning of the Emerald Tablet activation, and go back and look at some of the readings, I read the whole information, not just the message. But this is just the message, because this is the Emerald Tablet activation, cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, and conscious manifesting. And that's where we are right now. When the Emerald Tablet activation card appears, you are being called to remember the gifts you are carrying from previous lifetimes. Even if you don't always understand how to express them, there's a part of you that knows you hold great power within. Remember, we talked about this. Remember, Peter Pan. This is a special time for you to use the power to bring into manifestations all that you need for your life to unfold in a way that is in alignment with your best interests. All that has unfolded so far has given you the opportunity to learn and grow, even the unsettling moments, but you are a master alchemist with the capacity to take all that was once challenging and use it to create positive opportunities for yourself. As above, so below. All the thoughts you send up to source will contribute to your evolution on this earth. And that's what we are. We are evolving. We are going through a great time right now. And we are learning so much. Now, I have to find the other one. This one. The halls of Amenti initiation. This one, these are the ones that were being taught. These are the ones that were supposed to stay out, that we got all the time. And this is secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, and initiations. And I'm going to read the message. You are in a deep initiatory chamber at this time. You might feel that things are heavy and challenging, but know that a reconfiguration is happening. Energetically, you are going through an initiation that will allow you to go beyond the fears of the ego and transcend the limitations of the physical realm. You might not feel that light is present because you are in the middle of this phase at the moment, but know that it represents within. You might be feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, but a lot of this anxiety is actually old energies that were stored in the depths of your body being released so that your vibration can rise. Exactly. That's what has to happen to get your vibration to rise. I mean, and the third one that kept coming out was Thoth light codes, light initiation, great teacher, awakening, divine magic. And we're going to read his message. You are blessed to connect with Thoth. You are going through a powerful set of light initiations at this time, and these are preparing you to lead and teach from a powerful space of love. In order to complete the focus, there will be a release of old ideas and limiting stories, but this is necessary for you to connect with the true power within you. Don't be concerned by the intensity of the energies that surround you right now. Facing shadow parts of yourself and your story is essential for connecting with the divine magic, and evolving beings of light are there to lead the way. If you have any concerns or fears at this time, know that when fear gets loud, it's because you're on the cusp of something extremely powerful. Sure, that's where we are. I mean, we are evolving, and that's what's going to happen. I mean, it can't be stopped. It's already happening. And the other card that was told to stay out was the Shambhala initiations. Retreating to recharge, trusting in the process. And it is a beautiful. Okay, where was I? I had barky dogs. I had to pause you for a second. So we are on the Shambhala. And the Shambhala, retreat to recharge, trusting in the process, and Dharma. When things quieten down in your life, know that this isn't a failure by an opportunity or to retreat and recharge in the busyness of your physical world. Our spirit is often playing catch up with our body to the point that it gets used to being overactive and overworked. When the great master of Shambhala comes to you, they are encouraging you to take the time to be away from the outer world and dive into the inner world. If you have been moving full speed ahead, the gateway encourages you to slow down and retreat. Take time to gather your energy. Spend time in meditation and reflection in order to gain a clearer awareness of your current situation. You will uncover many insights and gifts during the period. Realize that there is a master awakening within you. So I'll tell the story of Shambhala that I found. After we pulled this card, I did some searching on Shambhala. And Shambhala was basically the city of gold. And it was where all the masters and the yogis and all of them went when they became masters. And everybody would look for it. Some people would come back, some people would never come back, they never found it. And a young boy went off looking for Shambhala. It's also called Shangri-La. And as he journeyed through the Himalayan mountains, the snow-filled mountains, he came across a hermit. And the hermit says, "Why are you traveling through these snow-covered mountains? Where are you going?" He said, "I'm on a quest to find Shambhala." He says, "Oh, well, that's easy. You're basically almost there." He says, "What do you mean?" He says, "It's in your heart." So all that time that all these peoples were searching for the city of gold and Shambhala, it was within you all the time, almost kind of like the Wizard of Oz. It was always within you, my dear. This card was also, there's a few cards that I'm keeping out because I was told by source to keep them out. This is another one, Holy Grail. And we've had the Holy Grail several times. And the Holy Grail is inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. So that's basically mimicking the Shambhala. It's all of these. Thoth is teaching us exactly the emerald tablet, the Shambhala within your heart, within you. The Holy Grail is within you. You have been on a quest, a great quest, seeking, searching, discovering. But the further you've gone, the more your heart is calling you back. You may still be looking for treasures, but you are now discovering that all roads lead back to you. The great source of the creation holds up a shiny mirror in front of you, and you see your reflection. We just got reflection. You are created. You are creating. The gateway of your divinity has opened, and the vessel of your being is flowing with infinite light. You have been searching for God, and God is within. So go within. This is the key to heaven. Your cup is overflowing. Your gifts are being unlocked. Let the world share your treasures. I absolutely love that card. I mean, that card hits it right on the nose. When I started going within more and loving me more, I started to get to the Shambhala. I'm almost there. I'm getting there. I got some more work to do on myself. I know it, and God knows it. Now, the next card, sure, yeah. The next card that we kept out because I was supposed to, let me get to the page because I just lost it, is the Star Gathering. And the reason why is because that's what we're doing right now. Star aligned, remembering home, and soul family. All these cards are pointing right to that. And the message is, the stars have aligned. You have found the lost pieces of yourself and your energy. And now is your time to shine. You are magnetic, attracting people's energies and opportunities that will allow your dreams to unfold. This is a time of wishes fulfilled. All of your dedication, focus, and dreaming has paid off, and now you can reap the rewards. It's important for you to know that this plan of existence is your rightful place, and not to spend too much time trying to transcend this reality. For you choose to be here at this time. Make the most of this powerful opportunity. If you are feeling particularly connected to certain individuals at this time, it's because you are finding your family, your star family beings you connected with before you entered the cycle of physical incarnation. And as long as you are connected to yourself, you are home. That's why we needed to keep all of those cards, because we have new soul family coming in and we have new people that have not heard those messages. Those messages have to go out, because the messages that come in with those messages are all intertwined. And you can see as the cards unfolded, they all intertwine with those cards I just read that we're supposed to keep out. Now, these cards I did not keep out. These cards came out today. And we've had this one too, the Gaia Gateway Activation, Learning Experiences, Wisdom Transmission, and Earth Intelligence. So now think about all the cards that we just read. It was getting us to this place. Now we're in the Gaia Activation, where we're learning experiences. Wisdom is transmissions, and Earth Intelligence. So this is where we're getting into the transmission of everything, what we're learning as it's going on. So, and this card is, sometimes it is not our role to know how everything will unfold. When you draw this card, it's a reminder to trust the plan. I love that. Okay. The wisdom of Gaia is with you at this time, and you can enjoy the natural expansion that is taking place. You may have a tendency to go traveling and looking to the stars for answers, but realize that the planet you call home has much to offer you too. You have chosen to be here. This may not be easy to accept, especially if your current reality is a harsh one, but your current experiences are vital for your growth. The earth herself cannot escape the challenges that she is facing at this time. Learn from her strength, learn from her yearning for a better future. Come back to her. She is your chosen home. So yeah, that was amazing. And this one tops it off, because this is the last one, and we have had this one before too. This is the Sword of Light, divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. I have talked about cutting the cords. When you walk through the dark night of the soul and you are cutting the cords, you will lose a lot of people. But those weren't your soul family. Those were just a lesson. Those were just like passing through. It was like passing through time and taking a glimpse. Your message, when this card comes to you, know that it is confirmed that you are walking the path of light and responding to pre-incarnation soul contracts to make a difference on the planet. It's also a sign that you have the opportunity to serve connections to fears and limitations. Energetic cords bind us to the situation, loved ones, and even the past, but you are in transition now and detaching from unnecessary connections, dramas, and fears. Know that there will be a great severing at this time, and you might feel isolated for a moment as you will be reconfigured with your circle of trust and moving into a life that is in greater alignment with your highest good. Know that the cords that bind you to loved ones and soul family will remain intact. It's only the lower vibrational connections that are being severed. Expect breakthroughs, the doors of opportunities opening for you. If you feel strongly connected to Archangel Michael, know that his energy is with you now. I'm telling you, we are getting so many downloads because we have, let me see how many minutes we've been going on this. I hope I don't have to do a part two, because we got a lot of Soul Helper Oracle cards. A lot. Now, we have, and I'm not going to read the crystal, and I'm just going to read the message on these because right now we need the messages. The first one that came out, and this is what we've been looking for: enter the temple of truth and learn to value it. We've been looking for the truth for a long time, and we are going to find it. They will be putting the truth out real soon. So, and I will read the number, what the number means, because that's got good meaning too. This card is like the Joker in the deck. If you're drawn to it, something major is about to happen. You will experience God. You will recognize the source of all being. God, or the divine source, is not a living being, not a thing or an idea, but an experience, something that pervades and changes you. Everything is in God. Everything you can see, all of creation, is within the divine source. At times, you may feel disconnected, but God is flowing through you at each and every moment. God, the divine source, or the term you prefer to use, is within you and around you. Enter the temple of truth that lies within your heart and call to God there. The time has come. Seek out the silence that you need for this and be ready. Search for your truth, but not in the outside world. It can only be found in your own heart. Open yourself to understanding that truth is entirely individual. Everyone has their own truth, which is good, since everyone feels and sees things in their own way. Everyone has the right to his or her own truth, and that should be wise and generous enough to respect and tolerate that of others. Start to value your own truth. Set out on your journey of experiencing yourself. Be brave. You have been ready for a long time. Recognize that it is your mission to be happy and to experience new things. For you, there is only one temple of truth. You will find it inside of you. Deep in your heart is where you will find all the answers that prompted your questions. Now read the previous sentence again and take it to heart, but focus on it and understand it with your mind as well. Deep in your heart is where you will find all of your answers that prompted your questions. And that's a number 19, which is a 10, which is a 1, and we've been getting the ones a lot. Tell you that you are a magician, a priestess, and that now and then you require solitude. In order to fully develop the capabilities within you, you need solitude now, in particular, in order to receive your visions from a spiritual teacher clearly and without compromise. Number 1 promises success and a deep bond of the heart. It will teach you to feel the moment of creation within you and to perceive yourself as a spiritual being. Its energy field is the beginning, the absolute being, the sum of all possibilities, and the pure spirit of the subtle world. That was a great message. Now we'll go on. The next message we got was a 37, which was another 10. I don't have to read the 1 again because that's what we're getting. A message is trying to reach you. Be vigilant. The spirit world wishes to find and touch you. Now, you know, this one, I always say, if you look at her, she's looking back, but she's not looking all the way back because she's kind of looking like, nope, I'm not going, I'm going for the truth. I'm not going to listen to your lies anymore. I'm going up to the truth. And this one has a bird over her, and she's like, it looks like she's running. And she's looking back at the bird for the message, but is she taking the time to listen to the message? Get in touch with your feelings and emotions. And we just got the emotion card. A message from the spirit world is trying to find its way to you. You are much too busy with worldly things and with yourself just now. This distraction and preoccupied you so much that you are failing to take notice of the messages. Cleanse yourself, let go of your fears for the future, and give expressions to your desire and dreams. Perhaps by writing them down, portraying them in a picture or collage, or telling your friends about them. Feel free to use modern technology such as social media if you like. Be vigilant and prepared. Have an open and receptive heart, since this is where you will receive the messages. It will flow like a golden light to the center of your heart. In the sacred space of your truth, leave your worldly troubles behind so that the Great Spirit can touch you. The message will be about fulfillment and truth. It will be a portent of victory. Sure, it is going to be a good message, because you know what's really weird about those now? You remember those? This is a 38, which is an 11, which is a power number. A light-filled angel is at your side. It watches over you at every dark doorway. And they did mention Archangel Michael. I keep telling you, we have ancestors saying, they won't listen. You have to meditate. You're not listening. You can't listen if you don't meditate. And meditation is silence and just listen. The path of your soul is a path full of light. But here in the world, the danger of being led astray by darkness lurks everywhere. You have drawn this as a card of protection. Place it somewhere visible over the course of the next few days. It represents a warning. Be aware of the actions you take. Stay centered, and ideally do not go out. Avoiding conversation where they are not necessary. Try to postpone as much as possible until next week. Do not let anger or other low energies influence your decision. You would regret it bitterly and perhaps even lose something of great value. Do not make any decisions this week. Be brave, clever, and smart. Trust your feelings more than your intellect. Put your trust in an angel at your side. Be sensitive to the balance of emotions in your heart and acknowledge your lies and let them go. Yeah, I've been telling you guys to stay in your lane, stay out of conflict, don't get involved. It's not a good time right now. Now, the next card that we got was the 7. Release your creative energies and make use of them in your life. That's what she's doing right now. She's in nature. She's got the light behind her. She's got a beautiful, some kind of handheld harp or something, and she's playing it. There is a magical flow of creativity in all of us. It is unique and feels different for each individual. How these energies express themselves varies from person to person and from situation to situation. As children, we simply surrender ourselves to these creative energies and feel the joy that brings us, but they also bring inner peace, balance, and concentration, helping us to forget about time and to be in the moment. Remember your childhood and the games you used to play. You were so in touch with the imaginative side of your character. Do not use your creative powers in the hope of achieving recognition and fame, since they will simply flow away from you and into others instead. The reason you have drawn this card is to help you release your creativity and to use these energies for yourself. Repressing them will only lead to their gathering and manifesting as a blockage in your energy system, make you feel at odds with the world and disconnect. Creative energies need to flow, so give them room to do so and make the most of them. Dance, paint, sing. Do not waste this gift. It will inspire and raise you to levels of which others can only dare to dream. Devote yourself entirely to your creativity. In such moments, you can be very close to the divine source and feel its eternal love within you. Whatever kind of work you do, find some time to be creative now. This is of great importance for your soul path and will bring you healing and peace. That's beautiful. And the 7 indicates that you should only trust the magic of your heart. You will be given the gift of light that makes a deep connection between you and the mysteries of your life. Over the next few days, fill your soul path with love, even more than usual. Love every moment, love everything and everyone, and you will become the magic of your heart. The energy field of the 7 is like a gateway of light. It is death, birth, magic, light, and completion of a stage in life. Number 7 brings new soul paths. That's beautiful. And the final card that we got, and I don't think we've ever gotten this card, a wonderful surprise is coming. Something entirely new awaits you. She's peeking out. She's got the fan in front of her and she's waiting for that surprise. Drawing this card heralds a surprise. Something completely new will appear on your soul path. It will take the form of a unique and magical opportunity, something more significant than it might at first appear, or an enchanting and uplifting encounter. It is an opportunity that should not be ignored. These are the moments that make our lives magical and worthwhile, moments that carry the promise of adventure and a song of freedom. What could make life sweeter than a wonderful, joyful surprise? You have drawn this card at this time, as there is a chance that you might otherwise miss the surprise, or even a risk that you might spoil it, which would be a great shame. Place this card somewhere prominent nearby as a visual aid and daily reminder. Go out and meet with friends or coworkers. Do something with like-minded people and live your life in the near future like a child, carefree and playful. Be silly, even a bit irrational. The real surprise in life, those that are of true value, are best seen through the eyes of a child. Keep the otter with you as a power animal, and since otters love water, why not seek some water too? That's a great that was a great cards for a great reading, and they were great messages. I mean, I loved them because we are going through the Great Awakening. Wow, it has been a really long day for me. I didn't think I'd get this whole reading done. I really didn't, but we did, and we needed it, so it's here. So hit the likey lovey, whatever it is, hit that button. It gets the message out to our family that's looking for it and needs it. I put a link to the show in the show more section to our GoFundMe page. I just got $20 and a beautiful card from a friend. And I have got to read this card. This card is just beautiful. The most beautiful stones have been polished to brilliance by life's strongest storms. And she sent us a $20 donation, and it was amazing because we just spent a lot of money on lumber again. I mean, this shed is like, it's so expensive, and it's just a little shed. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So anyway, that was nice. So I'm gonna put the show more section in the show more section. I'm gonna put a link to our GoFundMe because we're not at our goal yet to get out of the tree and get out of everything and pay some things. But anyway, I love you all very much, and may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.